Okay, with the partial quotient method, we're going to start by setting it up to look just like long division, what most people know is long division. But the way that we're going to go about this is we're going to try to think, what are some multiples of 16 that I can do in my head and get an answer quickly that will take a large piece out of our dividend. So a good way to start is always with tens or hundreds, because those are so easy to do in our head. So if we do 16 times 10, we're only going to get 160, and that's not a big enough chunk to take out of our dividend. So if we look at 16 times 100, that's going to give us 1600, which would be a large portion. We can go ahead and start there, or you could pick another multiple of 16. It's completely up to you which one you choose to start with. If you happen to know 16 times 2 in your head is 32, then you could also use that fact to know that 16 times 20 is 320, and 16 times 200 would be 3200. Now, let's say I haven't thought that far and I stopped with 100, and I'm going to use 16 times 100 is 1600. Whatever number I multiply 16 by, I'm just going to keep a list over here to the side of my problem, because that is going to be my partial quotient. And once I finish, I'm going to add up all of my partial quotients to get my answer. So 16 times 100 is 1600. I'm going to subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2. 9 minus 0 is 9. I have to borrow here and regroup. 12 minus 6 is 6. 2 minus 1 is 1. Well, I still have 1692. So I'm going to use the same fact I just used. I'm going to multiply by 100 again and take out another 1600. Subtract to see what's left. 2 minus 0 is 2. 9 minus 0 is 9. 6 minus 0 is nothing, and 1 minus 1 is nothing. So now I've got 92 left, and I've got to think, what is a multiple of 16? How many groups of 16 could I take out of 92? I've already gone up here and figured out 16 times 2, so I'm just going to use that. I'm going to do 16 times 2 is 32, and remember, you can choose whatever multiples of 16 you want, because if you subtract right, and if you add up your partial quotients right, you'll get the right answer at the end anyway. So 2 minus 2 is 0, 9 minus 3 is 6. I can still keep going. I can take out another 2 groups of 16 again, and that's going to be minus 32 again. Borrow, 10 minus 2 is 8, 5 minus 3 is 2. I'm getting very close. Now this time I can't take out 2 groups, because 2 groups of 16 would be greater than what I have left. So I'm only going to be able to take out 1 group of 16. 8 minus 6 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. Now, I can't take out any more groups of 16 because I only have 12 left. So 12 is going to end up being my remainder, my leftovers. I add up all my partial quotients. 100 plus 100 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 is going to be 205 with a remainder of 12.